Hey, how y'all doing out there in video land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. This is part 2, people, part 2. Here we go. Part 2 of the Ultem OG Goat modification video. Yes, sir, here we go. This pattern right here is called the Shark's Tooth. Shark's Tooth. These are aluminum scales, Shark's Tooth pattern with the big pivot. This is the extra thick original goat scales. The way you can tell they're extra thick ones is that they don't have the front holes in the front like this right here, because the scales are thicker, and so they cover the pins. So it looks like this one. This is an extra set. These are titanium thick scales, and these are fit just like these, only they're going to be aluminum with the Shark's Tooth pattern. All right, people, let's get busy. We got a back spacer too, so it's going to be a total transformation. All right. We got longer screws too, for the thicker scales. And they give you oh, that must be for the pocket clip. Those are the pocket clip screws, because they have either black ones or satin finished ones. All right, let's get busy. This one's already modified. This is the one that's getting modified, people. All right. Get my WeHaul tools out here. All right, is this a T6? Yeah, that's a T6. You got to take this one all the way apart. So I'm going to take off everything. This is a LynchNW titanium pocket clip, deep carry pocket clip. Those are the old screws, because we will be swapping screws for the longer ones. Matter of fact, I'm just going to put these screws in here so I won't lose them. And I'll pull out the longer screws. You know, I can't remember if this one came with longer screws. Let me see if this one has longer screws too. Maybe I want to put the longer screws in this one. The black longer screws. That felt short. Okay. That one's all the way out. This one's still. Maybe these are longer screws. I don't know. They look shorter. Yep, those are the stock screws. Okay, so we're gonna swap. We're gonna swap both of them, people. Actually, they're longer than the stock, so maybe they weren't the stock screws. Yeah, they are a little bit longer. So they probably are screws that Titanium gave me. Let's see if these work better though. Looks like they even get more bite than the other ones because they're longer. But then again, the OG Goat scales might be a little bit thicker than these too, so maybe they need to be a little bit thicker. That screwed well. That took a while to screw all the way down. Oh yeah, I like that better. That's on there now. You'd have to break the screws. Oh yeah. Perfect fit. Okay, that's the way we're gonna do those. I'll save these screws. Always save your parts, people. That's my recommendation. All right. A lot of times you lose a screw or something, and if you saved your parts from other knives that took apart or got damaged and you just parted them out, you always be able to have some extra parts. Just don't throw them away. If you damage a knife or break a blade or something like that, take all the screws out and save the parts from the handle. So then if you replace that knife, you'll still have all the parts for it. And if you lose a screw or strip out something or whatever, you have extra parts. Get like an old toolbox or something. Keep all your parts in it. I got parts all over the place, people, so I can't tell people how to organize stuff. I'm not the good example for that. I got parts everywhere. I got knife parts all over this house. All right. T10. I love these WeHog tools. They're just like, it's just easy to use them, and they fit really snug. There's not like a lot of play or something like like with other bits. Okay, we're all disassembled now. Now we just got to get it apart. There we go. Got to be careful of your spring. Spring's still in there. Let's pull it out. Holding on to it. I don't want to lose it. And take it out of there. Okay, now we don't have to worry about flying. This one goes there. This one goes here. Got your skiffs in it. Take these all out. All your little spacers. We're not going to use these again, so we can set these. We can put these away too, because we're going to use a back spacer. Or do we use the spacers with it? I take it back. Maybe we might use the spacers with it. We'll find out. Because I forget these holes are like really big. It sort of looks like they're meant to be used with the spacers. So we'll check that all out. So I've never done one of these big pivot ones before, people. So it's a new thing for me. It's a new thing for me. Here's my skiffs. These are the same size skiffs that you use in the AD20S models. The big pivot AD20.5s use the 8, or at least these do. At least these do. They use the exact same bearings and everything as the AD20S model. But you can see how thin these are. But they're actually pretty durable though, people. Like you can see this one, I've been using it for about 4 or 5 months, 4 months or something like that. So I think it's about the way that you take care of them. Maybe the people that have problems are using too much Loctite or something. I'm gonna save them. I actually sort of like them because they're lighter than the they're even lighter than the Grivery scales. The Grivery scales used to be the lightest ones. And then the carbon fibers and G10s and everything. But these are the lightest. These are the lightest scales. And they're actually, I like the way they look. I think it's kind of neat that you can see through them. I don't know. It's just a fun thing, people. It's just something different. I don't know, how necessary it actually is to be able to see everything, but it is kind of fun. Get these all cleaned out really nice again. Awesome. All right. All right. That's the outside, that's the inside. Let's see, which side do we want to build? I forget. Which side the pivot goes in? This side? This side. this side is the side that you want to build. That's one thing I always like to do, people, is keep my keep a one that's already built, so I could sort of use it as a reference. Oh yeah, that fits nice. Oh, they didn't show you the inside of these, huh? Hold on. Let me slow down a little bit. These aren't the linerless ones. These are the ones that use your liners. They just replace they're just replacing these. But look how thick they are. They're nice and thick. So it does add strength to the knife. And I like the thicker scales because to me they just feel better in hand. The thin ones are cool though when you want a real thin knife though. You know what I mean? So, I can't knock that. Either way you go is cool. But my personal preference is the thicker scales. The flat goes to the front. Let me lube this up a little bit. I like to lube the pivot a little bit. Just a little bit of lube, just a touch. Always like to lube pretty much everything, people. I'm not afraid of the grease and the lube. There we go. Next goes your bearing. Lube your bearings. Let me wipe these off a little bit too. Freshen them up. Just wiping them inside the microfiber towel. I don't use alcohol and stuff like that. I see a lot of people doing that. Alcohol is corrosive, so I don't use it on metal to clean metal. That's just me, people. Y'all do what you want to do. I'm not going to use alcohol and stuff that I don't want to corrode. Where's my spring? I like to dip the springs in the lube, get them nice and lubed because I don't want them to rust. And I believe that the grease, keeps the springs lubricated and keeps them fresh. And I stretched the spring a little bit. Clean up this part too. The shark fin. This part is called the shark fin, the part that the spring fits inside of, or the lock bar, whatever you want to call it. Demko Knives calls it the shark fin. Look how nice and sturdy that is. AMG Demko doesn't play when it comes to making, good, safe, and strong locks. So this one thing that makes this lock better. I'm going to point this out. See how this goes down like that? In order to disengage this lock, you have to pull this up and pull it back. Whereas like let's say an Atlas lock or a Ram lock or a Axis lock or any of the other kind of crossbar locks, they just go straight back. And so if you hit the butt of the knife really hard against a table or something, there's a chance that lock bar, if it's not being stopped by your hand and your grip, if it slides down, it'll release the blade and the blade can fold in on your hand. So you should never hit a crossbar lock knife on the butt end of the knife when that blade is extended. But a Demko AD20 shark lock folder is different. It's because of the way he designed the lock. Andrew Demko is just a genius, people. I don't know. He just sees things differently, I guess. And the things he does are really simple. It's like, how come everybody else doesn't see it? I mean, it's not complicated. You know, it's like, how come it took him so long? How come it took everybody so long to figure out how to make the buck knives back lock better? And that's that's all Andrew Demko did. He just improved on the old American buck lock, the back lock, from the buck knives. That's the person that invented it. I forget what the person's name is, but the person that started buck knives or whatever, they invented that lock. And all that Andrew Demko did was improve it. That's what I think, anyway. That's the way I look at it. And the way that he improved it was actually a very simple. All he did is add a stop pin. Now all the knives have stop pins in them. I don't know if you ever noticed that. Now it's like everybody's got, every kind of lock type's using the stop pin. That's from Andrew Demko. Andrew Demko, I can't lie. He's one of my favorites. He is definitely one of my favorites. Is that going to stay? I'm looking at this thing. Is it going to stay there? Oh, we got to put in the back spacers and everything. Ooh, I'm getting ahead of myself, people. Let me take this off. We're not even ready for that part yet. I should put the back spacer on first. All right. Let's see how this is going to work. I think we're going to have to use these parts. It sort of looks like the way it's going to go. Screw these parts in. Let me get these all started. Get my T6 back. Where's the T6? Hope everybody's having a good day out there. Okay, got that one done. Next one. I think this knife is going to be awesome, people. It's going to give Purple Haze some competition. Purple Haze has been my favorite one lately. I think this is going to give Purple Haze some competition. I know this is going to be my favorite. But I love my Purple Haze blades, though. I like because I love Prince. I love Jimi Hendrix and old school rock and roll. Like old school R&B music. There we go. All right. There we are. Now we're ready to put it back together all the way. Let me re-lube this. Forgot to put a little bit drop of oil in there too. A little bit of a drop of oil. Oh, we didn't the back spacer. See, I was skipping parts again. I put the back spacer on. Let's see how this works. There we go. Oh, it's beautiful, people. This one looks like it's fairly polished. Can't remember. I think this was supposed to be a Stonewash finish, or did I get the fresh one? I can't remember. I think I was trying to get a finish I hadn't had yet. So this might be the Stonewash one, what they call Stonewash. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love my aluminum. Didn't line up right. I'm going to take it back apart again because I think it might be the bearings. They aren't lining up right. That one side. I think I should have put inside the duh, I didn't put that in there. That's why it's not working right. This is live, people. This is live. All bloopers are included. And that's definitely a blooper. That's definitely a blooper. I forgot I got these super long screws. They screw in a long ways. Okay, this one's still. There we go. Okay, everything's okay. I just didn't put this piece in here. I'm gonna put the bearing inside of here. There we go. Okay, looks like we're all set up. Okay, now final assembly, finally, people. Sorry about that. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Here's my 6. Hey, Jojo. What you doing, sweetie? Huh? Wanna come say hi? What's my girl doing? You just being underneath the table? One thing I always recommend people, even though Original Goat does an excellent job of making parts and stuff, always check to make sure your blades don't hit backspacers. Okay. Just go finger tight. Don't ever torque things down. Go until things stop, and then a little touch past that, and that's it. Tighten this all the way down, then you back it off. That's a little bit too much backing off. There we go, right there. Oh, still too tight. A little bit too tight. Right there. There we go, people. Original goat. Lynch Northwest pocket clip, titanium pocket clip, Skiff bearings, ceramic bearings inside of bronze phosphorus cages, milled cages. 20 CV blade, slicer blade. Absolutely love this one, people. Aluminum scales. These are the shark's tooth pattern. Big pivot. Absolutely love it. So now I got my two big pivot ones. Bam. That's how they're going to stay, people. That's how they're going to stay. I'm going to put these away. Matter of fact, I'm going to put them back in this box. And save them. I think they're awesome scales. I may want to put them on another big pivot knife if I ever get any more big pivot knives later. Or you could trade them and sell them, or do whatever you want. Don't throw them away, though. That's all I got to say. Don't throw them away. Perfectly good parts. Nothing's wrong with them. All right. I love it when a plan comes together. I always try to keep my tools sort of organized, though. Let's wipe this one down. Oh, looks nice, people. Woo, skiffs. I always do this a little bit because it's probably going to make the blade a little bit loose because the skiffs are going to find their little spot. Yep, it did. Okay. Skiffs will find their little spot and get in the right grooves. And then you have to tighten it down a little bit more. Now we don't got any blade play. Woo. Yep, stay tight. Oh, came loose a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna have to use a little bit of Loctite on this one, people. I think it's coming loose on me. But one thing about these, though, you just Loctite them once and that's it. You're done. Until until you have to service them or something again. And I'll let this sit overnight. Let the Loctite dry really good. Oops, too much Loctite. This is something that I usually always do on my knives. People always Loctite the pivots. Pretty much every knife I have, I always Loctite the pivots. Except for the ones with the Ultem scales. With the ones with the Ultem scales, you can't Loctite. But you know what? That one never came loose. I never had a problem with the Ultem one coming loose either. I like to get that Loctite in there really good. So I unscrew it and screw it in, unscrew it, screw it in, get it all in the grooves of that screw. And then I put it all the way down. Let me get my all the way down until it stops. And I shouldn't have any blade. Perfect. I'll back it off like almost like a quarter of a turn. Boom, right there. No blade play. Perfect. Perfectly centered. That's perfectly tuned. That's why I call it perfect tune right there, people. Now on these, on the big pivot ones, I mean on the thick scaled ones, you will have a sunken pivot. See how that's sunken? Same thing on this one, because the scales are thicker, people. The scales are thicker. In order to use your stock pivots, they have to countersink it in there a little bit deeper. So that's the only thing that is kind of weird about it sometimes, is that you have a sunken, it's sunken inside. That's the only thing. Other than that, these things are perfect. And the grip on them is like way better than the thinner grips. I love these grips. This makes this knife a perfect knife to me. I would call this a perfect little folder. Let's see how much it weighs. That's it's about as close as you can get to perfection for a 3-inch blade folder for me, people. Is the AD20.5 slicer. It's my personal favorite. I like it better than the shark's foot. I like it better than the Tonto blade. I like it better than the clip blade. And I'm talking about for this size knife. For this size knife. Because for this size knife, when you have a blade that's shaped like this, more like a drop point, spear point, dagger, it's more like, to me, it's more of a self-defense folder now. And that's why I like these so much. I like this model so much. As you all know, I got all the different models except for the Tontos. I never got one of the exclusive Tontos. One day I'll probably get one. But there's just something I've never done yet. But I absolutely love these. Absolutely love these, people. Let me wipe this blade off. Absolutely love these. And that's another thing I really like about this knife as opposed to other knives. It's a truly ambidextrous knife. My left hand loves the AD20.5 and the shark lock. It's a lock that my left hand likes the best. All the knives with the shark lock work the best. I think these are the best knives, people. I would pick a shark lock folder over any other folder on the planet for an everyday carry folder. My number one folder for a self-defense folder is a triad folder. You all know that. I love my triads for self-defense folders, but for a small knife, like a 3.5-inch blade, 3-inch blade, even the new Shark Cub, that's a 2.75-inch blade. I think these are the ultimate pocket knives. For single-bladed pocket knives. I think these are the ultimate, people. I mean, y'all can have all your different other brands and things like that. I'll take these. I'll take these. And there's so many different mods and things that you can do for them. You can make them exactly the way you want them. These are like the Spider codes. There's Everybody makes mods for these. And you can get expensive mods, you get cheap mods. It's all up to you. I prefer the more, you know, I like to get the American made. You can get these clips that are made in China. I always get the Lynch Northwest ones, people. The Lynch Northwest ones are a little bit thicker, and they have a little bit of retention in them there because they're stronger. And they're made in the USA. And I like the original goat scales the best. Now, of any other metal scales I've tried out, I like original goats. I like these the best. Y'all, you probably can tell that because I have a lot of them. I like these the best. And I can tell you right now, this is going to become probably my favorite. These two right here are my two favorite small folders. Out of all the small folders I have, I would pick these two as my two top favorites. Let's play them. I'm getting sidetracked. Let's weigh them real quick. I'm curious to see what it weighs too. I have no idea what it's going to weigh. Let's do Purple Rain first. 3.8 ounces. 3.8 ounces for Purple Rain with the Flytanium, Purple G10. I think it's called the Wavelength. I want to say the Wavelength, people. I might be wrong. You guys can look it up. But I think it's called the Wavelength scales, textured scales. I absolutely love them. Here we go. Original goat. Brand new build. 4.5. So the aluminum scales add weight. 4.5 ounces. I absolutely love the way this feels in my hand, though. 4.5 ounces is perfect for me. 3.8 is perfect, too. I love this one, too. Okay, this one does feel lighter. When I just went from this one to this one, I could feel the difference. But it's a good difference. Oh, man, I love this one. These have the perfect grips for a reverse grip. And let me all tell you something about this lock too, people. If you put your finger on top of the shark fin, there's no way that this knife can come unlocked, come disengaged. It's sort of like the AD20.5 when you hold the grip, you make the lock stronger. Well, this one, you put your thumb on the back of the shark's fin, and this will never come undone on you. I don't care how hard you spine whack it or do whatever you want to do to it, torture test it, it won't come undone. It won't come undone. Number one, the shark's fin is a heavy-duty piece within itself. So, you know, and if you got your thumb on it with your thumb pressure, this lock's not going to, I don't think this lock would come undone anyway. But then when you do this, it's like an extra safety. It's an awesome lock, people. And for all y'all that haven't tried it out yet, why? What's taking you so long? What's taking you so long? These aren't super expensive anymore. These are very affordable now. This one was $119 with the Ultem. This one was $129. BladeHQ has them on sale. And they might be worth 3 times as much once the sale ends and they're gone. So I highly recommend these as an investment, people. These are my 2 that I'm going to carry, and the other 2 I'm going to collect. These will always be in my box. Always be in my rotation box, people. These are going to be highly used knives for a lot of years. All right, people. And that's it for that. Oh, yeah. This is beautiful. Absolutely love it. And you know it's going to work with me tomorrow. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it, people. Perfect work night. Peace. Stiletto.